for decades that secondhand tobacco smoke leads to health problems. But what about vaping? A new state law prohibits smoking or vaping in enclosed vehicles with children ages 14 and younger as passengers. This Wellness Wednesday, our Jasmine Bird explains the many risks of secondhand vaping and something called third-hand exposure.
I think the marketing in the beginning, when these were first put out, was misleading.
Dr. Pippa Coulter is talking about something you've probably seen, vapes.
So the kids exposed to secondhand vape are inhaling stuff like benzene, which causes leukemia.
And rather than take a chance
with our kids' lungs and brains and immune systems and so on, I think it's the safest thing is not to expose them.
And the not so good news,
if they're exposed to cigarette smoking in cars, that they're more likely to be smokers themselves later.
And that's specifically related to smoking in cars. However, when California outlawed smoking in 2007, there were some interesting results.
There was a sharp decrease in the number of kids who were exposed to smoking in their cars and a corresponding decrease in asthma incidents.
University of San Francisco pediatrician Valerie Gribbin also thinks how children receive the smoke in an enclosed space.
A child can't get out. So in like a car or a small room, a child is really trapped.
Dr. Gribbin also adds that there is still so much to learn.
One of the things that's really frightening is actually don't know very much about the effects of secondhand vaping on children.
But the one thing we do know is
children are young, their lungs are fragile, their bodies are developing, their brains are developing. And what we know is that vaping and smoking really have toxic effects on growing kids.
And a term you may not be familiar with is third-hand smoke.
So third-hand smoke is basically these chemicals and residuals that are left over from smoking that actually cling to different surfaces.
Even if you and your family aren't smoking, there can be residual effects in certain surfaces.
And we know that over time, these substances can kind of like leach from the walls and really still have residual effects for years down the line.
In Huntsville, Jasmine Bird, Fox 54 News.